Yo, what's good YouTube? Today's video we're going to be going through the Pro CDL meta that is the Jackal PDW. This is the SMG build, the Pro one that the pros do use in the CDL. I need to stop saying the word Pro, said about 15 times, but let's get right into it. Starting off with the weapon itself, obviously it's going to be the Jackal PDW. We'll go through the attachments in a second. We're going to have the pistol with it, which is a Strider 2.2. Let's quickly go through the attachments on that. Reported compensator, reinforced barrel, fast mag, ergonomic grip, and the overpressured for the fire mods. But more importantly, the perks. What do you want to be running? Well, like I said, this is mainly the pro build, so what you guys want to be running, this is going to be for competitive with rank play and stuff like that, 8s, but you guys can still use it in pubs if you guys are warming up or just want to have like a nice fast SMG build. This is a great one. So you start with dexterity. Again, in competitive 8s and pros and like rank play, you can't use stuff like Ghost, okay? So I know if you guys are playing pubs, you might want to mix it up a little bit, but let's just stick to the pro loadout for now. So we're going to use dexterity here and ninja as our perk. Greed. Ninja's a must have because of how easy it's a sound tour in this game. There are a few options you can have, either dexterity or flak jacket. Those are the main two. Me personally, for your SMG, I think dexterity is a bit better because if you look at the description, right, you get reduced weapon motion while jumping, sliding, and diving. So if you're an SMG a bit fast, kind of, you know, getting mixy, I just feel like having that, especially when sliding, I think is really helpful. So that's why I go with dexterity. Then we go to perk 2, and the only one you can really use is fast hand, so that's kind of a given. Then we go to perk 3. Again, the only one you can really use in competitive is double time. So those two are kind of a given. It really comes down to dexterity or flak jacket, but for me, dexterity is perfect. Then you want to use the concussion because, again, that's the only option allowed in competitive. Then it's a Semtex or a frag grenade. Now, whenever I'm using a sub, I normally go for a Semtex because it's a bit more close in terms of the gunfight. So I think Semtex is a bit more useful. Trophy system, once again, is the only thing. Let's get right into the attachments before we check out some gameplay. So in the muzzle, we want to start off with a compensator. That's definitely not what I meant to say there. It's gonna be the compensator there. I don't even know why I said that, but I was tweaking. But it's gonna be the compensator there. Now you could, I believe, use the ported compensator as well instead, but I haven't looked too much into it. But I've kind of seen all the pros, and to be honest, they mainly use a compensator for this one, so I kind of just went with that. I haven't even tried the other one. Again, you guys can feel free to try it out, but I went with the compensator, and I believe most of the pros are the same, so that's kind of what I started with. Then we go to the barrel. Now a lot of people are saying about the long barrel and this and that. I've seen a lot of comments on my other video and stuff like that. Again, I'm kind of going with the pro build, and in the pro build, which was Simps, who's, you know, one of the best SMGs in the world, he used a reinforced barrel. So what I did is I made my own build. I kind of tried it out, and then I changed a few things, and I kind of went with his one, and this is his base, basically his build, so it's the one I'm going with now. In the reinforced barrel, gives you a bit of bullet velocity, a bit of damage range. I've seen some people say, you know, you don't need bullet velocity, it's irrelevant, you only need damage range. Again, maybe the more it gets tuned, I know Exclusive Ace made a video and stuff like that, so maybe that's proven right, and, you know, people take off reinforced and put on long barrel. But for now, we're going to go with the pro build, and this is what they're using. Then we go over to the underbarrel. It's going to be the vertical foregrip, giving you some nice horizontal recoil control, making the gun a little bit easier to work with. Then we go to the rear grip. Now I did actually like the ergonomic. I do recommend using the ergonomic for like the PP919 and the C9. For some reason, Sim decides to go with the quick draw on this one, which is just a straight ADS speed, and I understand why, but for me, I do like having, you know, the slide to fire speed as well. I think that's a big must have. But again, I'm going with Sim's build here, which is going to be the quick draw grip, so we're going to go with that one. So you can see if you go for the ergonomic grip, your ADS turns to 165 ms, where if you keep it to quick draw, your ADS is 135, right? So you're basically giving up that 30 extra milliseconds, but you have a quicker slide to fire speed. So it really depends on you. I actually don't mind trying the ergonomic grip. I think it's a good one, but like I said, for this class, we're sticking with quick draw. Then we go through, actually, for a quick one, if you guys do end up using flak jacket, I would probably say go for ergonomic because you do need that slide to fire. At least with dexterity, you have a little bit of that slide to fire sprint speed with the jump and stuff, so maybe that's why, but we're going to stick with quick draw for now. In the stock balances, for me, in my opinion, my favorite stock, and again, Simp does use this one, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the Pro SMG build for the Jackal. Let's check out some gameplay, and yeah, just kind of talk about the weapon, the strengths and weaknesses and stuff like that. So as we go through, you'll see some gameplay. We've got some clips. This is all from my competitive 8s lobby, so like decent players we're going up against and kind of just using the weapon. And like I said, I think it's a really good one. Now, I watched a lot of the Kson tournament, the FaZe Kson tournament with the pros, and I'm actually surprised because the Jackal looked really good on land, which I think is a very good thing. I think we would make, like, you know, a little bit worried that the game would be a bit more AR based, so I'm very happy that the SMG was actually frying on land. And I think as Treyarch starts to cook more and more maps, we're definitely going to be in a better map pool, and hopefully we get to a point where, you know, majority of the maps are 2 AR, 2 SMGs, because that's probably the best maps. You know, we have a nice little balance, but now I feel like most maps are kind of running 3 ARs, and I don't love that. I prefer like a 2-in-2 split. That's kind of like traditional Call of Duty, what we're all used to. So as you've seen from the clips here, it's a nice little build though. You see we go through. I personally love the iron sight. In terms of an SMG for the year, I mean, if we get the Jackal, I'm happy, man. If this is the SMG for comp this year, let's go for it, man. I'm a big fan of the 74U. It's just a fun gun in general, and the iron sight is very, very clean. We also have a few other options with, you know, the PP919. I actually like that too, but no pro seems to be using it. I think the Jackal just has a little bit more strength to it. If you guys remember in the beta, the Jackal was very broken. They did nerf it, and I think it's at a good spot now. I don't think they need to buff it or anything, in my opinion. I think it comes down to the maps. Like I said, when we saw them on land, there was a lot of Jackals used, and they seem to be doing okay. I don't think we need to change any attachments or anything like that in terms of the pros and their play style and rank play, but I feel like there'll be tuning for sure. There always is. And like I said, there's so many different attachments and stuff. I'm sure the pros haven't tested them all and found the best variation. So if you guys feel free to test them out, let me know down in the comments. Like I said, Exclusive Ace did say, you know, bullet velocity might not be a necessity. So it's one of those where I think as it gets spread around the community, I saw Parasite tweet about it as well, like saying, check out this video. So I'm sure more and more pros will realize that, you know, certain attachments might not be needed, and they might, you know, change their build. And then once they do, it will kind of have like a domino effect, and other pros will change it as well. So it's just one of those where I'm going to just follow the pros, because I don't personally like spending a lot of time on finding different attachments that find working. I kind of just play with the game, have a feel for it, try other people's builds, and go from there. If I feel like, no, this is really missing something, then I'll put it on. But I'm not one that tests a lot of like hundreds of attachments. So, you know, unfortunately, I don't know, that's not me. I know people like Exclusive Ace, again, has got great content on that type of stuff. I do like the nerdy side of the game as well, but I don't know, I feel like I just enjoy playing sometimes, and I don't spend too long on the stats. But like I said, I will always give you guys the build that works for me. And like I said today, with the grip, right? Sims uses quick draw. I actually like ergonomic, so it's about you guys finding your, you know, the barrel and the grip and just any attachment that works for you. Sometimes you won't even feel a difference, I'll be honest. There's certain times I put something on, I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't really feel a difference. And there's certain times I put something on, I'm like, wow, this is night and day. Like, this one attachment changes the whole build. So it really just depends on play styles and stuff like that, because every player is different. If you guys are playing, for example, with an assault rifle and you're a lot more of a passive player, you might want to focus on recoil control and kick. But if you're a bit faster, you know, you might want to put a stock on. It really depends on your play style and making the gun work for you. So whenever I have a class video like this, I recommend trying it out for sure, and then making some tunes from that. However, when it's a competitive class, I just go with what the pros go with, because they probably know best. Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy the video. That is going to be the best Jackal build. Let me know down below what type of videos you guys want to see next time. You are probably watching this on my CDL channel or on my COD Extra channel. So both of them are going to be having different content throughout the year, but certain videos like this one, for example, they overlap, right? Because this is the best CDL pro build, and this is also, you know, a class setup. So some videos will overlap, and I will have them on both channels, same as my main channel. However, most of the time these videos will be on separate channels. So make sure to subscribe to all of my channels if you guys enjoy the content, because you guys don't want to miss anything coming up. We have a lot of content for Black Ops 6 rank plays just around the corner. Make sure to drop a like, and I'll catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Peace.